And that's when I said that that orange was the biggest orange I've ever seen in my... Oh, hey, hi, we're here for the Glentendo circuit. I'll just put that down. That's definitely what I was actually typing. I almost put Chriselodian for the Twitch.tv link
That's
by
me.
accident. That's not what it is. Your name is Master Hand Gaming.
That's true.
So my name is Nintunist. I'm joined by Master Hand Gaming's very own Master Hand Gaming. Here for the Glentendo circuit, everybody's favorite day of the week. The first ever Glentendo circuit, brought to you by Nintunist's brand new, insanely quiet PC.
Yay.
And that's one of the things I bought it for. I bought a lot of components from a company called Be Quiet. That's what my power supply and my heatsink is made out of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of ridiculous. This thing is like, it like really hardly makes any noise when it's going in. So it's like when you're balancing, you know, sound for power, it's like, how is that able to work? But, you know, it's like, but hey, I somehow found a way. I feel like my daughter just got married, you know, in terms of my wallet, but other than that.
I was going to ask you what you meant, but I get it now. Yeah, PCs they're not cheap, but they're pretty worth it. You'll get your use out of it, obviously.
I mean, gaming PCs especially is the thing. When you're buying it for like higher end gaming, that's when you can just kiss your wallet goodbye. Yeah,
I mean, it's an investment, though. I think we were talking about this a little bit last week, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. But in either case, like, especially if you're commentating and stuff, make a little bit of money for there. You're literally, that's you investing into, like, your faculties, you know? Plus, you get the game a lot, too. It's fun.
Yeah, I do. Once you spend, like, 5 hours troubleshooting something that's incredibly simple and basic in Steam, like plugging in your Pro Controller for it to work, because God knows it can't be that simple with any other program. But ain't no PC games we're looking at right here. Mario Kart is not on the Nintendo PC. Not yet. Instead, we got Skinarsic, who is our only streamer of the day. Melpool, unfortunately, had to shop out for tonight as his controller was not functioning properly. And if you follow him on Twitter, which you definitely should at Melpool Cosplays, you'll notice that joystick is jammed up in all kinds of places that it really should not be.
Did he post a picture? I missed that. I gotta check that out. He did
post a picture on his Twitter. The left joystick is like jammed upward.
Ah, man, why is he's having bad luck? This is like he's lost his controller, I think, not that long ago too.
Yeah, he did. This is the second time it's happened to him apparently, which is kind of nutty. I mean, I don't know what he does with those controllers, what other games he plays besides like Mario Kart, but I've had my Pro Controller for quite a long time, and this thing is still right as rain. So mayhaps, I honestly think the Pro Controllers and just Nintendo peripherals in general, as amazing as they are, just cannot handle the sheer power of Melpool. I just don't think it can kind of take him.
Dude,
and his cosplays.
Yeah,
he's just kind of powerful.
He's a monster of a man.
Yeah,
so it's
really
understandable that the controller can't handle the pressure, you know? Usually Nintendo products I feel like historically they're known for being really like durable. Like, do you remember like all the original Nintendo products? Like, you could probably drive over them with like a monster truck and they'll survive.
The ones that everybody still owns, yes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know, like Xbox 360s with their red rings of death immediately.
Something happened along the line though. Like, Nintendo still makes good products, but I think sometime around like the DS Lite, things just got a little bit like not as as good. But in either case, that's DK at the top. It's not. There was an American flag though, so unless the CPU is from America, then then I think that's just someone's tag who's Donkey Kong.
I love it.
By the way,
that'd be funny as hell.
I'm just looking at chat now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind the ball today. What else is new? I'm usually late here, and today was no exception. So I'm gonna run through. I see Gons. Hello, Gons. I see Sweet Lou. Hello, Liv. I see Carrie the Bird. I believe that is Shy Guy's girlfriend. Hello, Carrie the Bird. Also, hello, Shy Guy. I did see him in the lobbies. I see Melpool still chilling. Even on his day off. I hope your controller situation gets sorted out soon. Yeah. See Koopa. Koopa hosted us for 8 viewers. Yeah. That's awesome. Let's go, watching Koopa, him 8 viewers.
Right before we came in here, and I said some very polite and impolite things in his chat, depending on which one of those two people I was talking to, whether it was Koopa or Gons. It depended, because Gons was in the chat, and
he's still. I think he's still here. I think he's.
Yeah, he's still here. How's it going, Gons? We love you, buddy.
He just wants to harass me for not saying hi.
My Glentendo circuit commentary can never replace yours.
Dude, that was it. That was
Yo, Skinarsic?
That was the original.
Kinda bopping.
Yeah, that was the insightful commentary of the great Gonzalez. It was pretty great. You know, some people were like, "Oh, I didn't think he was that great," but he's pretty great. You know,
I thought it was phenomenal. I think it was completely appropriate for what the situation is. Like, because one of the many differences between the Glentendo circuit and a lot of other tournaments that I personally commentate and that you personally stream, that you have actually described, is that it sort of provides the difference between commentary and casting, if you would. Commentary is a lot more serious. It's when you really got to know in depth about the game. And Mario Kart is no different if you're casting very high-end tournaments. But here at the Glentendo circuit, we do that piece by piece as the green shell does hit Skanarsic there. But we do like to have a lot of fun. Over here on this stream. On
my God.
On the Glentendo circuit specifically. So, like, sometimes, yeah, I saw the lag into the bomb. That was wild. So sometimes we just, like, there's a difference between, like, casting, if you would. So I think Gons, honestly, for what it was a pretty fun time. I think for what it was, because he would just ask, like, random questions, you know? Like, you remember.
Dude, of course I do. I love having Gons on here for commentary. It's different.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely it feels like a creative freedom in a sense that...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in this world that thinks esports is actually a real thing, LOL. It's pretty fun just to have fun stuff on stream. So with that, yeah, we continue that. And these circuits have been pretty laid back. There were some endeavors to do some more things with Mario Kart, but when it really started to boil down, I'm like, wow, this game is really old. And its fan base is what it is. And it's honestly, dude, Mario Kart fan base is really good. I will say that. It's actually a really, really good fan base. I regret not doing something with it earlier, but with that, we like to keep it kind of casual for these. And
yeah,
I also like to see good gameplay, and we're getting to see some of that right now. Skanarsic going from like 11th to 4th after reversing and forwarding and doubling up on items, and still has DK from America in front of him, and also has Fate. Let's see how Fate does. He's been posting some Twitter clips recently of him just getting wrecked by all kinds of Mario RNG, and he's had a couple bad circuits, but let's not forget how many of these circuits Fate has won. But yeah, that was a little bit of a rough finish for Skanarsic, so he's going to end up in 8, and DK on a tear. Shy Guy falling right behind, who's usually another front runner here.
I mean, you mentioned it before, like posting Twitter clips of getting wrecked. In 9th place in that race, we had Fate. 9th place.
What happened? He was literally in front of Skanarsic. He was like, what happened?
There was one bomb that did perfectly snipe. There was one bomb that did perfectly snipe Skanarsic in the face, and he got caught in the radius. He was right next to him when that happened. So yeah. Unfortunate stuff. You hate to see it, but that is about 9 places lower than what we are used to seeing Fate. That would be wild.
I gotta be out. Like, there's part of me sometimes when I think about these things almost being like, it's like a mental thing, right? Like your mind's eye creates your experience, and I feel bad sometimes because like you see Fate like on a tear, and then you see it go the opposite way, and it's really just the duality of playing this freaking game.
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
There's not.
No,
you could be as good
ground.
as you want, man. You could be an amazing racer, but like if you're just getting hit by everything, you're getting hit by everything.
Everything that all of you Ultimate players, you mid-level and lower Ultimate players complain about on how you can be as good at this game as possible, but no, the jank is gonna come in. It doesn't. I'm better than everybody that beats me. No, you're wrong. You're just salty. Mario Kart players, they have an actual job.
They know the pain, dude. Like, you gotta have like thick skin. If there's one thing I've learned from these Mario Kart tournaments is like you just gotta be built different.
It's like YouTube comments, bro.
Gotta be built different, dude.
You want to be a content creator? You know, you gotta not let that one bad comment calling you a poopy head get to you over the sea of people telling you you're awesome. No. Mario Kart is the content creator experience. That is what this game is. Content creator experience. This might as well it's what it should be called.
And it gets you all the attention for other reasons. Like the amount of streamers that have come through here and been like, yeah, it's like I get some pretty decent viewers. I think like Lyric was one of them.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, but it's almost like dehumanizing because like there's just days where you get hit by everything and then you feel like trash because you play bad and. But like
and you start laughing because it's a little bit funny at first, but then you keep laughing because that's just the pain coming out in its own like imagining way. Like if you ever watch Plup, you know the melee player Plup. Of course. When he starts if he is ever losing and you see him start to laugh, that's not because he's just like not shaking it off or whatever. That's when he's pissed. That's when you know he's actually really, really mad. And that's what, like, the other top players have said about him, too. Like, that's when you know he's just like, kill me. I hate my life. You know, like, that kind of, you know, exacerbated laughter going in. The question is, will Skenarsik provide us an experience like that tonight? Rocking one of my personal favorite characters, not just in this game, but Mario characters in general. He's one of my favorite video game characters. I love Toad. Little
Really?
fun fact. I think he's awesome.
He's one of many. I could appreciate that, and also I could appreciate that like he looks like. When did they really introduce that? I guess like because he didn't sound that bad in Mario 64. He was more like
he
childish,
like a cracked out frog.
and then now he sounds like I don't know.
I don't know because in the earlier Mario Party games he was very childish, had sort of a very like magical, whimsical aura to him as well. When they changed it though, I think it might have been in the early era of the GameCube is when they really like started to change it. Because I remember in pretty much every N64 game he sounded like that sort of childish aura. I think the first one was actually Mario Tennis, if we have to be precise.
Wow.
I remember the opening cutscene, and he doesn't sound like, you know, like ah like that he did in the Mario Party games.
Yeah.
He's like actually saying, he has actual dialogue in that cutscene. He's like, "Oh no, Bowser's here!"
That makes. I don't like that they did that. I feel like these guys shouldn't really be able to talk, you know?
I don't know what the creative difference was behind that, or the thinking, the decision making behind it, but
Oh no.
yeah.
Getting hit by his own green shell. He's hanging in there, Skenarsik. Looking to make the pass on Sweet Lou, and does.
Ooh.
Gets right solidly in fifth. And this is a good play. I always say this, but like I feel like this is like a kind of an optimal place to be in with last lap. Maybe a little bit far behind those couple Waluigis. I'm assuming one is Fate at least. And oh god, man, I feel like these bombs have had like a nose for Skenarsik tonight. I think it was like the second or third one we've seen.
Yeah. I think he forgot to turn off his magnet.
Yeah,
before he
so
started playing.
maybe not that good of a position as the race is drawing to a close. It does look like 1, 2, and 3 are about to finish. I don't know who's playing Link, but I know someone is playing Link. Obviously, per the map,
Yes.
but let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, there's just not much you could do. Oh, maybe there is much you could do. That was, you know, we take those. Like, in times like that, when things go poorly, we still take those. And that's going to be HSB sitting at the top with Knight in third. And I didn't even pay attention to who that Link was.
I was looking for the link. I couldn't see
It was
him.
in second place. He was in between the Waluigis. I don't know, like, my brain was just staring at the Waluigis, though. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know. Goodness.
But yeah, it does look like we got a little bit of tryharding coming out from Knight, though, because I did see he was playing Waluigi. I don't think I usually see him play Waluigi. Doesn't he usually play like who does he play? He doesn't play Shy Guy. He plays Inkling. He plays Inkling. Usually. And then someone else that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, what he said. I'm trying to. I don't really remember myself.
All right, let's see. Let's see who this Lincoln is. It might be Doman. I think it is Doman.
Doman.
I don't know. We'll
Wherever they are, they're all the way up at the front right now. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's befitting though, because Wild Wild Woods definitely looking like something fresh out of a Zelda game.
It is Doman.
Doman and Roman.
Doman.
Yeah, Wild Woods definitely does look like something that would be like fresh out of a Zelda game. So at the very least, it's appropriate that he's in first right here. I mean, let's be real. Can't you see something like this?
It
like
looks
some sort of, and like more sort of a half cartoony one.
It looks. It reminds me a little bit of like maybe when you say cartoony, maybe a little bit of Wind Waker mixed with like Goron Place, or what's it called? Like where you meet all the Gorons in Ocarina of Time. This doesn't anymore, but the inside part did.
Goron Village.
Is that just? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I've played that game. I've played that game like through 5 times, and I don't even remember specific names of like the look. Actually, that's not true. For some reason, I'm just not thinking of the Goron place.
Yeah. The stream of Glentendo's name
Death
on
Mountain.
it. We don't know the accurate name.
It's Death Mountain. All right.
It's Death Mountain?
Yeah, it
there
just
you
came
go.
to my
Got it.
brain. All right, that's good. I think. Well, I don't know if their village is called something different, but I know their village is in like on Death Mountain. I can tell you that.
In like Zelda 2?
In Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Well, I don't know. There's a place in Zelda 2 called Death Mountain, I think, but whatever.
Yeah, well, so that's the cool part. I mean, Zelda, as different as all of them are, and that timeline is super confusing, they do have, like, crossover, like, locations and all that kind of thing.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, like the landmarks, like there's always almost like a Hyrule Fields. It might be a little different. Then there's like Death Mountain. Yeah, oh.
Oh, whoa. Ooh,
okay, we're back. Yeah,
that was a quality dip.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a just like you know how the streams get on here. I just want to remind everyone how this works. So you could totally catch Gnarsic directly. Just his stream. His URL is right there. That's usually how we grab the gameplay, is from someone else's stream. So if those streams end up a little bit hiccupy, then you better believe this one is, because we're kind of like secondhand taking the stream to make it into one. But day like today, this is actually all we have at the moment. The Glentendo circuits have been a little bit quiet recently, and that's understandable. I think we were kind of talking about this a little earlier, just like older game and whatever, but that is going to be Fate taking the W. Doman coming in another second place. I saw Knight in third place. Pretty consistent all around. I feel like consistency more so coming on the end of Knight and Doman, but at least Fate find himself with a good placing again.
Mm-hmm. And if I could take myself just a little bit of a look here on my own. As far as last week's results had gone, we did have Shy Guy not finishing first, as he has many, many times before. Instead, we actually had Blue Tunic take it over him by almost 10 points. As a matter of fact, it was a pretty sizable margin for him to take that W as well. I'm not seeing Blue Tunic entering here tonight, but on top of familiar faces besides Shy Guy, we also do have Sweet Lou back in the mix, who finished 4th place yesterday, which I think is among her highest placings that she's ever gotten in the circuit.
I think so too. That might be the PR actually.
That might be the PR. Where's Sweet Lou on the Mario Kart PR?
Which, or PB, whatever.
Thank God that doesn't exist. Oh.
So back in my day, we used to say PR not for power ranking, but for personal record. But then personal best is really the same thing. So yeah, I think that is a PB for her, that 4th place finish, which is pretty solid, man. Despite how many entrants, like 4th place is 4th place. So we are off.
Not your fault. It's not your fault. I think in the speedrunning community, like PB is like the standard now.
It is. It totally is. Best. I'm speaking old man language for regular sports, which has probably also changed because PRs are pretty common across the board for a lot of things, not just esports. But I guess that's not really here nor there. What is here is DK Jungle.
Kong Jungle, whatever it's called. I literally don't. Oh my God, no. No, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, right in front. At least it didn't happen during the shortcut, like, because nothing worse than being in the middle of that shortcut and then getting hit. Like, at least Gnarsic was able to like reroute entirely, so it wasn't a total loss.
Yeah, like that's what all the Ultimate players complain about. That's what they all think happens to them. When in actuality, you did the right thing there. It just didn't matter because somebody else hit you with an item. Items, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of competitive Mario Kart players would probably disagree with me on this, but at the end of the day, I feel like they're just inherently just not competitive. I think they're just kind of like an anomaly of every sorts of records. They're like there for all intents and purposes to cause chaos. It's supposed to be like a chaotic kind of thing, you know? Like a lot of casual people have Mario Kart. It's the best-selling game on the Switch. A lot of casual players very much enjoy it, and they like these little wild shenanigans like that. Casual players, the more you sit down and I'm not casual, competitive players, the more you sit down and grind a game, the more I feel like you can have a general dislike for things like that. Take a look at other fighting games. They always talk about, other competitive games. They always talk about, like, what ways the game would be better. This mechanic is great. This mechanic is stupid. Oh, this mechanic is perfect. This one sucks. Blah, 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 blah. And, I feel like it's not always that different when it comes to comp Mario Kart.
I can't really imagine this game without items. In
exactly.
fact, like I'm trying to think of it, and I feel like there's probably a heck of an argument that you could make that maybe it would make the game better. But I also think that might be pending on some of the other things going on. Like, are there still coins? Like, is it like a thing? Like, I would imagine. I was gonna say hazards off to like mimic Smash, but like you can't really take hazards off. And oh no, going a little bit too fast around that turn.
He's fine. He actually didn't lose a single placing after
no,
that fall.
He lucked out. He would have passed Fate right at the end, but Fate ended up being able to hang on for very much needed points. Looks like he's going to stay kind of competitive for that first place. I don't know who else is in contention, but I did see Doman about 4 points ahead. So that was pretty good, man, because even in going from second to third, had Skanarsic not fallen off the ledge would make a difference in that. Like, how many times do we see these circuits end where someone wins by like 2 points or something?
Yeah, that's happened too many times for us to even really count. But yeah, it's looking good for us so far. I want to take a second to thank Skanarsic for streaming tonight to allow us to be able to provide that back-end stream for you, much like secondhand smoke. Whenever they lag, we get a little bit of a lag, but our stream is fine at the end of the day. It's not like putting the thing in your mouth, which is just what makes it a lot much worse. So, for whatever you want to take from that, kids, just don't smoke, okay? It's not good for you.
That's a good take. Good take. I'm proud of you. Really,
nicotine is
you really brought that one around.
Nicotine is not a Nico ween win. Whatever.
Skanarsic in chat. This is a direct quote. Enjoy the 1,824 frames I've dropped.
Oh my god,
dude! I am enjoying them. I am enjoying them very much. So I appreciate the stream. They're not all going to be perfect. You know, beggars can't be choosers on our end in terms of gameplay. Just having something at all is pretty good. I actually thought tonight wasn't going to happen. So kind of saved the day. And for those for those weeks where it hits, where you have like multiple people streaming, it is pretty cool. Just bringing the excitement for the weekly Glentendo circuit it can sometimes be a thing. Like it's hard to. It's so consistent, you know. And it's just like it's free to enter, and it's Mario Kart. It's kind of just chilling with the boys and girls. So
Mario Kart hitting different tonight.
Yeah, man. So let's see. I don't know. I'm assuming. Oh, is that EO in the lead? I see a Bowser and I see Fate. At first I was thinking it was Doman, but it looks like Doman is somewhere in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, he's
behind Skanarsic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark and say that's our resident Bowser main EO, who I can only assume his name is David, because as you all know, every Bowser player's name is David.
That's weird, but kind of true.
It's completely true. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Toad, of course, here is Skanarsic hanging pretty solid in third place. Middle of this pack between the front runners in these middle ground, and it's going to be close just a little bit more here with this blue shell coming up the way. And you see the Waluigi player and probably Fate actually braking a little bit to get around EO, which is who that Bowser player was, not surprisingly, on his home turf as well, and then gets bodied even harder on his home turf with the drive-by shell, man. That's reminiscent of the old memes back in the day with Luigi just doing the death stare at Waluigi.
Yeah, those days for Luigi, I feel like they really pumped him full of so much confidence, man. Where he's just, I barely even know the guy anymore, but he's really benefited from it, and it's been years since we've seen a good old-fashioned Luigi death stare. At least years since I've seen it.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I've seen like parody videos and stuff that had it, but you know how it is. I mean, Luigi, he's got it all inside of him. He's just, it's like, it's not always easy for him to let it go, you know? You just gotta remember, like, Luigi is the personification of the character with the message that says, just because you're scared, it doesn't mean you're not strong. You know, that's what his whole, like, character has become about, and frankly, I love it. And Fate, back on top where we are used to seeing him. Skanarsic hanging on tight with the 65 right there, hanging very high above the pack in general as well. I think he's definitely paving the way for this top 8 placing tonight, which he actually did not get last week, believe it or not. He was one of our streamers, but no, he wasn't in there. He was not, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Wait until the screen says game. Wait until the fat lady sings.
This just in. Congratulations to Shy Guy for winning the circuit already. He already said because he's in a lobby with 2 people, which does happen. It happens. It happened last week. It happened to a few people.
Nintoonist is not even that good at the game, man.
This one's
got 3. Why is he farming?
Although to be honest, like look at this one. This one has Sir 9JP. I had Knight. So, like, you know, it was only 3 of an HSB. So it's like, although his lobby only has 2 people in it, there are other ones with other good players that only have 3. So at some point, you know, someone's going to have the most points.
Yeah, man. Well, it isn't honest, but it is much.
Also, EO's name it's not David.
unfortunate.
It was a good guess.
It wasn't.
I mean, it kind of was. Like, David's a pretty common name, and there's a few Bowsers named David. Like, you know,
I guess.
Took your shot. Proud of you.
I shot my shot. Dude, oh my god. Can we talk about, like, I love that GIF on Twitter that guys use whenever they, like, shoot their shot to somebody that they're trying to date and they, like, get rejected or whatever. I know it's a sad premise, but you know the GIF I'm talking about, right? Like,
what is it?
With it's Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's that scene where he's, like, shooting a basket, like, in the basketball game, and, like, the clock's... No, it's, like, the end of the game, like, the clock's about to hit 0. It's gonna be the winning 3, and he shoots it from all the way downtown, and he has the most crazy, optimistic look on his face, just like...
I remember that scene.
Basket, like, it's gonna make it, and then he just misses, like, wide.
What's funny is I remember that scene... Like, because I used to watch that a lot when I was younger, but I don't think I've seen that used, but I'm glad it's being used, man. The Fresh Prince has a lot of, like, really usable just clips.
That show is legendary, man. The amount of children that Uncle Phil raised on his own,
yeah,
like,
Uncle
just
Phil,
across America.
Uncle Phil is a really good guy. Like, he's got stuff together. He's a judge. Like, that's a good man.
I think he's the best TV dad, free, if we're being completely
Carl
honest.
Winslow's pretty good.
Yeah, Carl Winslow was up there as well.
Pretty good.
Yeah. He was definitely up there. I will concede that. Danny Tanner was.
I was gonna say Danny Tanner. I feel like he's a little bit of like an easy. He's kind of like almost like a trope pick. I feel like.
Yeah. Can we talk about the worst though?
Sure.
Al Bundy.
Oh yeah, he's
easily the worst. Absolute garbage tier human being.
Yeah.
But that show actually will make you drop brain cells, bro.
Homer's pretty bad, obviously.
Well, yeah, but that's just because, like, he's a comical moron, but he means well. Like,
he does, yeah.
Al Bundy's just like an ass.
Just, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, be happy your dad's not Al Bundy.
Yeah. Just wish Uncle Phil was your dad instead.
Or your uncle.
Or just, you know, close family friend.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
He'll take you in, you know.
He's got that money too.
Anyways,
let's see if Skanarsic hits the shortcut. I really want to see if he goes for it, which I assume he cannot. Oh, that was actually kind of close. He didn't drift there because he didn't have enough time to. He was too close to the railing, so I actually didn't think he was going to make that. But I think the lighter characters, in comparison, I think the lighter characters in comparison to the. Oh my God, can this man catch a break? Poor Skanarsic. I was gonna say, in comparison to the heavier characters who have the best top speed, I do believe the lighter characters, to contrast that, I think they have the best handling. If I'm not mistaken, like, don't they handle better than, like, all the other drivers?
Who's that, the later ones?
The lighter characters,
yeah,
yes.
I think they just kind of, like, you could turn with them better. You know,
That's
sometimes
what I mean,
you have to,
yeah.
like, really, like, wind up your turns with some of the big guys. Like, these guys, like, you don't have to as much. But the weird thing about that is the longer you're holding your slides is when you get the bigger boosts. So I feel like it's really a big nerf overall. I don't know if they really thought about that, or if that's like or if what I'm describing is like a thing. But in either case, that was going to be a 6th place finish for Skanarsic. So all things considered, maybe a little bit of a better run. But meanwhile, it's going to be Sir 9 JP and Fate taking on 1 and 2. Fate staying competitive. Apparently started streaming. I'm waiting to see that feed come through. I see it's live, but it looks like it's still not showing up, which could be any number of things. I don't know if you're still watching Fate. I could try to troubleshoot you from here though.
Okay. Woo. Woo. You guys want to see some pretty colors? Take a look.
Bro, you just want to show off your computer.
No, I don't. I just want to show off the colors. Check it out. You can't see it behind it.
Yep, I see something. There.
Yeah, look at this all shiny. It's all shiny.
Having a new computer is pretty nice, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you're gonna have it for a while too, because it's like new and like you're good for a few years now, provided any like hardware things, which whatever.
I had my old one for like 6.5.
Yeah, I'm getting
quite a lifespan.
Yeah, I'm on like getting on 5 years with this bad boy.
Ooh.
I know. I still run. I don't want to say anything. I love my computer though. This computer's traveled so many miles with me. So many miles.
I know, dude.
Like, I don't know. I'll cry. This is like a family member.
Dude, I feel that, man. I made a whole tweet about mine. I said I wrote press F for a fallen legend. Like oh my god, like
I don't want to talk about it actually.
Okay, it's just gonna make it too sad. I totally understand. That's
Okay,
not what we're about here.
I
Just
see,
keep it by you.
Yeah, I do see Fate started. Looks like might also be experiencing a little bit of lag, but I can see a picture now, so that's good.
Yeah, just a tad at this point, but hey, look at this. That proper handling coming into play right now. First place is Skanarsic, actually whacking DK in the back on the way down, but no protection items. Unfortunately, he had a coin, and because of that, DK is going to close the gap a little bit more with Doman coming behind as well, and the red shell coming for Skanarsic, being in that worst third place position you can possibly be. That is when the people behind you are starting to get those good items on the way back. That phone's probably going to ring for a second, depending on if it's on the other side of my room. On the other side of my parents' room. On the other side of the living room downstairs, and my parents decide to get up and get it. So, just give it a second. You going again? No, you're done. No, oh, no, there you are. There you are. You came back, Mr. Phone, because you just have to be in my room, don't you? Yeah, you do, you little smug ween.
Little
Okay, it's
scooch.
done. You little scooch manooch.
All right.
All done.
All done.
All done. Yeah, I just didn't want to like pick it up and hang up
This
because
is-
like I don't know, that could have been like a call from my parents.
This is
or
like the
something.
most peaceful, like I feel like drive I've seen, especially with Skanarsic. I feel like he's just been like in fourth place cruising for like the past lap. Like really no trouble, no real items, nothing going on. Just got that pass on third. Maybe due for something nice here, considering all the rotten luck he's had so far. But I don't want to say anything too early, but still looking a little bit peaceful. I do see Doman lingering right behind him, and oh no, okay.
He's good,
Never
he's
mind.
good.
He's good. All right, yeah. Doman was licking his chaps. He was literally right behind him.
Mhm.
DK and Knight must have finished so early. I didn't even realize how far ahead they were. But yeah, it's gonna be DK and the Knight.
And Skanarsic might be fourth place overall in the circuit. I agree. Like there wasn't too much happening for a while. He was definitely chilling on Route 66 for quite a bit of a time, taking in the scenery. You know, like walking
was
by.
just
You know,
cruising.
playing the Boys of Summer out of like a full blast out of the top of his convertible. He was chilling, man.
Yeah,
he was
dude.
absolutely chilling, just cruising. But hey, sometimes that happens in the circuit. But all you should know is that the quieter it is, and that the more peaceful it seems, the more serene it gets. That is just one new passing second where you know that something horrible is about to happen to
What's
you.
crazy though
in
is
Mario Kart.
like he got hit by that blue shell in the end, and that was actually kind of scary for a minute. But like in all actuality, like there was no lightning. Like I didn't really see a lot of shells. Like I'm surprised it was so peaceful, but happy for him. And not a bad way to close out. Nice little relaxing drive around. Yeah. Anyways, race 11. So potentially the last two races we're gonna see. I know Fate was working on it, looking a little bit laggy. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to show that. That stinks.
Aww.
We'll get that fixed another time. It might honestly just be a bitrate thing. I think last time he adjusted it and it worked, but yeah, we'll come back to that. Put a pin in it. So I feel like we see SNES Rainbow Road every week. Is this like a fan favorite? I guess so. I feel like it's always getting picked.
I love this track. It's definitely a fan favorite. I pick it every time. Or almost every time. I love how it looks. I love the little Super Mario World hills in the background. Like, that's a really, like, nice detail that
Oh
they decided
wow,
to
yeah, it is.
Yeah, they didn't have to include those, but they did. And, like, it's really reminiscent of the era that this track is based around. It takes us back to simpler times. The moon is gorgeous as well. Like, they really, like, they did this course right in terms of its aesthetic. And it's honestly on par with its difficulty as well. So, I think it has every reason to be a fan favorite Crystalodian, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like it used to stress me out a little bit, but to be honest with you, it's pretty straightforward. It's not that hard. Just the corners look all 90 degrees, and I think that's what makes it seem scary. But really, they're just rounded. And whoa, man!
Oh no!
Whoa, man!
Goodness gracious! I was so worried for a second. I just had a gut feeling that I knew that he was going to use that mushroom to go over the ramp, because why wouldn't you if you had a mushroom in that situation?
Pretty
But
straightforward.
I think it actually does slow you down being in the air more. I think you actually move a lot slower in the air in Mario Kart versus on the ground, so I don't know how much it would have sped him up besides, the obvious boost he would have gotten when he landed. But it all depends on your relative positioning on when you get to the ramp compared to the other racers. But either way, it was way more of a risk at that point because you just never know when a damn lightning is going to hit you, my friend. It's everybody's least favorite item.
Those
again?
And I don't blame him, especially at the end of the race. He had 3 mushrooms on deck. And, making that very last-minute pass, only to get run over. Yeah, you got those 3 mushrooms. You got to use them. It's going to be Shy Guy coming out on top. 171, good lord. And Doman also, although he did say he was in lobby with just 2 people. But still, that one didn't have 2 people, and he won, so that was cool. 171 is a lot of points, though.
Who was that 171?
That was Shy Guy.
Jeez. That had to have been his last race.
Probably.
No, it does.
Well, what's it?
Well,
it has to be, yeah, because otherwise,
180,
yeah, 180 is the next. So
otherwise, you could get like 4th and still get the maximum amount of points somehow.
Yeah, this one's gonna
be. That had to have been his last race. Yeah.
I don't know what the turnout is for this. I think it's pretty low. So if that's the case, I have a feeling this is over pretty soon.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. I mean, it's we haven't even been live just about a half hour now. And these circuits don't take that long, so if there's like less people, figure whoever did enter is probably already entered and likely through a lot of their races. But you never know. There could always be like that last 1 or 2 people that just entered really late and also have the same thing.
And now, in the true aura of fighting game spirit, everybody's favorite term. It's the thing that everybody hates the most more than anything else. We're off to Cheese Land.
All right, it looks like this actually. It's still pretty laggy.
Oh, there he is.
But it's a little bit moving. I'll just leave it here for now. I mean, we're just
I just see that freeze frame of Waluigi.
Yeah, there's been some good ones. I kind of just wanted to see it so that way this could be helpful for like fixing it. So
God, he looks like a Muppet in the face.
He does.
Like it looks like you could just like stick your hand like through the back of his neck and just go. Yeah,
dude, it's his nose and just his shape that's strange. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think we were talking about him being the most like human, like proportioned of anyone last week. Was that was us last week talking about that, right?
Yes, that was you who mentioned that, and then there was me who could not have possibly disagreed more.
Just because Link, is that it? Like that's the only other human-shaped like person.
Mario's
not regular human.
Nothing to do with Link. It's Waluigi's lack of general vertebrae, bro. Like no one is. You're not gonna be able to function if you're that skinny, man. Waluigi should be too weak to even walk, let alone operate a motor vehicle in the insane capacity that he does. So I refuse. I think Bowser is more realistic looking as a human.
Dude, you're crazy. Waluigi. That's not even true. I would have bought DK more just because he's an ape.
Yeah, that's kind of facts, actually. He sort of has, like... But then, I remember what we did is that we discounted, like, non-human characters. We said they didn't count.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I mean, in this argument, because they're literally not humans. Although...
What about the princesses, then? What about them?
You know what? That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess GG's on that. And Rosalina. She was technically a princess, I guess. But
I think Luigi's body is pretty normal.
It's not.
How?
It's not, dude. It's not at all.
Explain. Explain yourself, mister.
All right, well... because like he's not normal proportion, man. I don't know how better to explain it. Like he's just taller Mario. That's it. That's all he's got.
But he's thinner.
That's all he's got.
Oh, fine.
It's just dude. You can't look me dead in the eye and tell me that Luigi looks like he's human. He doesn't. He does not.
Luigi looks like he's.
Luigi
looks. Trying.
Dude, he's just like
trying
he's
to look
like
him in the eye.
He's got like weird, like his hands aren't normal size for the rest of his arms. Like he doesn't have like it's not normal, dude. Neither's Mario. Do you remember the scale image of Mario Odyssey when Nintendo said that Mario was 5'9", and then they showed him next to the humans in New Donk City, and then the human was apparently like 7 foot something because if Mario was 5'9", that would mean that human has to be much bigger. I'll find it. I'll send it to you later.
That's kind of wild if that's true.
I mean, it is.
Because, like...
It's true. It's true.
Because everybody in New Donk City just really eating their Wheaties. Like they're all just mad tall. There's like a good old weedy
No,
bar
it's just
somewhere in the
Nintendo
corner.
lied when they said Mario is 5'9". He's not even normal like human, dude. He's Mario.
What is that supposed to mean? 5'9" is an abnormal height?
No, I'm 5'9". I think 5'9" is a super normal height. As
So
someone
do
who's
you
been
think
at-
that you're weird? Do you think that you're like proportioned weird? You're not a normal human?
Listen.
I'm listening. I'm all ears, dude.
I don't have to follow up for that. But anyways, that's gonna be.
It's a shake.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up these results here. All right. Well, I think this is all we're gonna be able to see today. I wasn't sure. I was kind of waiting to see if that lag would clear up. I don't have high hopes. It's only 10 minutes left, and I'm assuming that it didn't look like entry was all that much. So I'm just gonna look at the results now, assuming that big gone. Assuming that it's just gonna be kind of over now. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah. I think Fate had one more race, or that was maybe his. I think that was his last one actually. So this is a good time to look.
All right, take a look.
Sorry,
in a book, a reading rainbow.
All right, let's see here.
A reading rainbow. It's a reading rainbow. I just realized I had an actual rainbow in like near height. My computer is very progressive, very pro gay rights.
Nice. All right, 14 entrants. That's actually, I actually thought it'd be less. But yeah, that's going to be a decisive win for Shy Guy, who did have the smaller lobbies today, as he said. But, you know, we still take those. Nearly a perfect run. 180 would have been the perfect run, so 9 points short. Meanwhile, you got HSB. We got to see him in a few races. We got to see him win a few races. I'm assuming he's ought to be close to being done. And if he's not, I don't think he's any jeopardy of really losing anything, because DK being in third, Fate being in third, both at 120. I know Fate's done. DK's probably done because I'm pretty sure he started with Skinarsic. So I would say this 1 through 4 is probably pretty good. Meanwhile, Doman finishing at a solid 5th, and I feel like he was pretty much at the top of the leaderboards all day. I don't know if he does have another race, or maybe there was just a couple bad races we didn't get to see. I did see one drop into like 9th or so it makes sense. Knight making his appearance in top 8 at the moment, currently sitting in 6th. Sir 9, JP, and EO rounding out the top 8, at least for now. I recommend all of you, if you really want to know the placings, either just follow this lobby with the tournament code and come back and look in 11 minutes, or keep it to the Twitters. I'm going to show you that thing right now so you guys know what that is, although if you're watching this, you probably already do. You can go ahead and check out our Twitter. You can check out Glenn's Twitter. All the results are posted there pretty quickly. And I've been pretty bad at getting these VODs up, so I'm going to apologize in advance for that. I'm changing that this week. This one will be up pretty much as soon as it's over. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got, Nintunis. I don't have anything else to say.
I got something else to say.
What are you going to say? Are you going to try and sell me coffee?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what do you gotta say then?
You can go if you want. Gotta plug. I gotta plug them a little bit here. You can check out Rise Brewing at www.risebrewingco.com. We got my man's Chris Elodian pulling it up for you guys right now. I very much appreciate that, my friend. I was hoping you would do that. I'm glad I didn't have to ask, but he already.
Dude, you know what I'm doing. I swear I'm a really good producer and good at the work that I do.
With our recently updated website. As a matter of fact, they actually recently completely overhauled the website, completely new formatting and whatnot. Brewed for the senses, my friend. If you want silky smooth, naturally sweet, and deliciously refreshing nitro cold brew coffee to fuel your day, look no further. Shut up. Look no further than Rise Cold Brew, my friend. It is organic, nitrogenated cold brew coffee. Recently just broke into Walmart, as a matter of fact. Yeah,
Whole Foods?
Recently just broke into Walmart, as a matter of fact.
One.
We got them at Whole Foods. You can order it directly off of Amazon. If you got a Kroger near you, it's got that as well. Or you can order it right off the website as well. And if you choose to order it directly off of the website using the special link that you can acquire from my Twitter, if you use discount code Nintunist at checkout, you can get 10% off any and all orders on this website as well. So if you want to save a quick buck while providing yourself pretty much the best low acidity, potentially dairy free depending on what flavor you drink, and just generally natural frothiness, creaminess, and sweetest cold brew coffee you could possibly get to put down your gullet. Look no further than the Rise Nitro Brewing Company, my friend. And if coffee's not your thing, we also make an organic oat milk, as you can see directly below this image right here. Comes in original and recently released vanilla and chocolate flavors as well. So if you're not a caffeine guy, but you definitely want to see what the big hubbub of Rise is all about and how I simp for it harder than I have for any woman that's been in my life or probably will ever be, you just gotta sort of try to understand, and you can get 10% off in the meantime with discount code NINTUNIST right down below. If you want that link, I really gotta make a pinned tweet, as a matter of fact, with the affiliate link. I'm gonna do that right after we're done off of the stream right here, because I just realized if people want the affiliate link, I have to give it to them directly. And I've been giving it to a ton of people, don't get me wrong, but like, there should be a one-stop shop location. Rise Cold Brew, put it in your mouth, and then through your body, and then delicious. Yes.
Yep.
I sounded like Borat at the end of that ad, though. I sounded like freaking Borat the way my grammar was going. Rice cold brew.
All right.
Much delicious.
Yeah,
great
so
success.
Awesome.
Great success.
All right,
Rice
well,
cold brew.
Yeah, it's all right. We're.
Cultural learnings of rice cold brew for to make benefit.
I don't know where I went through your whole.
Kazakhstan.
I don't know where I went through your whole spiel, but we're back. It's good. Yo, this website got a lot of work, by the way. This looks
I
like
told you,
they this company's on it, man. I appreciate it. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, friends.